The idea of Andela started in Lagos, but has evolved into a global brand with presence in Nigeria and Kenya. It is a global engineering company supplying African developers to international companies. In 2016, Andela raised $24 million from the Chan-Zuckerberg initiative set up by Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan to train African engineers. Shani Sulaiman, Country Director, Andela, joins us to discuss the model and its impact on the larger ecosystem.
Tell us a bit about the Andela model. Why is it different?
Well, what we do at Andela is we're really focused on finding some of the best talent in Nigeria. We get them and convert them into amazing software developers. And we want to make sure that through the course of their time here and through the future, they go on to build the future of Nigeria. So how do we do that? We also find companies in the world who have a lot of problems they're trying to solve using technology and can't find the people to solve it with them. And now, so we have all these brilliant people that we found who are now software developers who are amazing. And we have companies who have problems building the things they want to build. If you can find a way to get them together, then the world is happier and a better place. So that's what we do.
So how do you search for these brilliant guys and girls?
And girls. We'll talk about that more, definitely. We have an application system online. So right now, every month, we focus on running an application cycle. They're actually, funny enough, a lot of young people that are already trying to move away from some of the more traditional industries into the 21st century, into technology. And so what happens is a lot of times they find us. And when they find us, they realize that this is where they need to be.
So when they find you, do they pitch or something?
They apply online. So we have an application system that's very rigorous. It's very challenging. And what happens is people that don't even get into Andela end up saying that they've learned a lot just from having applied. So we do a personality test, and then we also do essentially psychometric tests where people are being asked to solve problems, solve challenges. We see how quickly they can learn. And a big part of the application system is we give you a study kit. You take it away with you. You spend a few months working on it, and then you take a test.
A few months?
A few months, yeah. Just like any other exam.
So how long does the entire process take?
Wow. Ultimately, within the span of a month or a month and a half, you can apply and get into Andela. But if you wanted to apply to Andela and you just thought about it today for the first time, it could take you up to 6 months, depending on sort of how much time you spent in software before that.
Is there an age cap, or just anybody can apply?
Absolutely not. No. We truly believe that anybody can do this. It takes certain personality traits, such as persistence, perseverance, grit, and a huge desire to actually learn, incorporate feedback, and ultimately change the world. So if you have those things, then you can apply. There's no age limitation.
Okay, so let's look at some of the numbers. How much of an impact would you say you guys have made so far?
I'd say impact is really big, but then we're still fairly small, so we're growing. So far, over 60,000 people have applied to Andela, and our belief is that for those people who have applied, imagine
they've all been trained?
So essentially, this is just an application, which means they've come to our sites, they've expressed interest, they've been given a study kit, and they've taken it away. Now, the study kit is basically the equivalent of like a Stanford first-year computer science class, which means even if you stop your application after that, you've actually learned a lot more about software engineering than you would have otherwise. Now, of that, we take a small percentage of those people that apply, we bring them into interview. And that means you're getting practice interviewing, right? And so when you come here, you get to interview, we ask you a lot of questions to assess whether or not we really believe that you're fit to go into Andela. And then for those that fall off at that point, they've also had interview practice. And then for the people we select at that point, we have a boot camp. And our boot camp is where you spend over a week building stuff in teams. You're actually building software in teams. And so for many people that go to the boot camp, even when they don't make it into Andela after the boot camp, they come back and say, you know what, actually, I got a job because I now had some skills I could tell another company that I had. And we have folks that try 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and they finally make it into Andela. So right now, we've probably had over 40,000 people that have been through our entire system and of the boot camps and the interviews and all those things. And so I think already our value is immense. Now, aside from that, in Lagos right now, we have over 200 developers in Lagos alone. Each of them here has 1, 2, or 3 people they mentor. Many of them have people that went to the